Yeah, let's do it. Just tell me when. Well, hello to you. A very good evening from St James's Park. This is Matthew Raisbeck from BBC Radio Newcastle. And we're going to bring you coverage tonight of Newcastle United's under-21s in action, going for silverware at St James's in the final of the Northumberland FA Senior Cup. Their opponents are Blyth Town, who've had a pretty successful time of it themselves. Northern League second division champions this season, so promoted to the first division of the Northern League. They stand in the way of the Magpies under-21s as they look to end their season on a real high by lifting the trophy. And we are moments away from kick-off on what is a damp but mild night at St James's Park. A decent crowd in. Turnstiles are open. Supporters still arriving, but looks like we might have a couple of thousand in attendance at St James's to watch the under-21s. And Ben Dawson, the coach, has named the following starting 11. Aidan Harris is in goal. Then a back four in a 4-3-3 formation for Newcastle, with Ellis Stanton playing out of position, normally midfielder, but he's going to be at right back. Kieran Thompson, Cathal Heffernan and Dylan Charlton from right to left in defence. Midfield three of Lucas de Ball, Jay Turner-Cook and Alfie Harrison, signing from Manchester City in January. And then the front three, Ben Parkinson, who's played once in the Premier League, that was at Bournemouth in November. Amadou Diallo, likewise, one Premier League appearance, substituting the home win over Chelsea also in November. And Dylan Stevenson back with Newcastle after an impressive loan spell with South Shields in National League North in the second half of the season. The United bench: Will Brown, the goalkeeper, Jordan Hackett, James Huntley, Kyle Crossley and Sean Neve. Let's have a look at Blyth Town and how Newcastle's opponents are set this evening. Their manager Michael Connor has gone with this 11. Alex Lawrence, the goalkeeper, Nathan Beasley, Evan Fogarty, Ben Sayer, Alex Phil, Ben Fell, Brandon Slater, Joseph Gibson, Daniel Wilson, Yannick Aziakonu, formerly of the Newcastle United Academy, and Lucas Cooper. And the Blythe bench: Kyle Hayes, the keeper, Louis Calvert, Max Cowburn, Gavin Dick and Benjamin Shodende. Referee tonight, just getting ready for some centre circle photography. And now the coin toss is Zach Kettle, assisted by Darren Williams and Joel Tillmouth. And Jack Whitfield is the fourth official here at St James's Park tonight. Black and white stripes up against the white and blue of Blyth Town. And referee Kettle tells the players to switch. So Newcastle, like the first team did against Brighton on Saturday in the Premier League, are going to kick down the hill towards the Gallagher end in the first half, so it'll be uphill in the second. Once the players and the goalkeepers now just make their way into position, we'll be all set and just about ready to go here on NUFC TV, the Northumberland FA showpiece event every season at St James's Park. And now Newcastle United looking to win it, the Senior Cup, for the first time since 2018, up against a Blyth Town, a club that is very much on the up and rising. They've never won this competition, and Newcastle, through Dylan Stevenson, get us started. For some of these Magpies players, it will be their final time wearing the black and white stripes. There are a couple of them out of contract and who will be getting released looking at their next move, but it's a chance to go out on a high. The ball in behind for Parkinson. And Blyth through Evan Fogarty, prevent the corner. Number 6 is Ellis Stanton for Newcastle. Ball up the line from Jay Turner-Cook, who's had a couple of loan spells in senior football, playing for Tranmere and then earlier this season with St Johnstone, north of the border in Scotland. Stanton with the throw to Parkinson. And it's out again. Kieran Thompson back to goalkeeper Aidan Harris on the bench in Milan in the Champions League back in September. Heffernan across the back line to Thompson, and again with Cathal Heffernan, signed from AC Milan, the Irish defender, last summer. Ball towards Parkinson again, taken on by Turner-Cook. He's going to have a try from distance, and it wasn't too far away. Jay Turner-Cook, technically very able and capable from that kind of position, with a lovely left foot. And then fully 30 yards, just over the top of Alex Lawrence in the Blyth Town goal. Newcastle's first chance, first attempt on goal in the game in the 3rd minute. Blyth got an opportunity here, and a man free in the penalty area as Harris comes out and lands on the ball. Brandon Slater was lurking for the Northern League team, and Newcastle, with the ball helped on and then worked across the box, had to do some defending for the first time in the match. Harrison onto Diallo. They link up well. Cut out by Blyth, and Heffernan penalised for that foul, as it was played up to the centre forward, flicked on. He took a tumble. And the referee sounded his whistle. So up go the Blyth boys, and back come Newcastle to defend. Sayer whips it in. It's a flat delivery. Back by Dan Wilson, the player fouled for the free kick. And Blyth looking threatening in the final third, and they're still at it. United get the block in, but it's not over. Asia Konu, and they want a corner and get it. Blyth Town, who've brought a few supporters. A flag with the club crest draped over the railings halfway up the east stand on the far side. And they've got a good view of the penalty box and the action as their team attack. And now get ready in the 6th minute to deliver this corner kick. Harris off his line, got something on it. Can Newcastle counter? De Ball. Cut out by Fogarty. Blyth Town have made a very competitive start here at St James's Park. It's not the first time the club has played here, but it may well be the first outing on this kind of stage for some of their players. Diallo closing down the goalkeeper. Sayer, who's been around and been a very good non-league player in the northeast. Gets it back. They're playing some good stuff, Blyth Town. But for the intervention from Newcastle's Dylan Charlton, they might have been in up the right-hand side. Well, they dealt with a couple of crosses towards the penalty area. And now it's Newcastle's ball from the throw. They beat Ashington 2-1 earlier this month. United to make it into the final, to a rearranged fixture. Postponed because of bad weather in the spring. Having beaten Bedlington and Newcastle Blue Star also on their route to the final. Yannick Aziakonu with a nutmeg, and Heffernan. Some optimistic appeals from the Blyth Town followers for a possible handball, but looked like it hit him on the hip. This is Harrison. And a header from Stanton onto Turner Cook and into the Blyth Town half with Parkinson, Newcastle United. Fogarty wins it. The ball tidies up. Thompson with the big switch towards Amadou Diallo. Throw-in duties passed over to Dylan Charlton. Now De Ball to Stanton, who's drifted inside from right full-back. Getting on it again. Up to Stevenson. Turner Cook. Parkinson made the run. Turner Cook has gone for goal himself for the second time tonight. Away from Stevenson. And then away deep into Newcastle territory. Nobody there in white and blue, and they start again from goalkeeper Aidan Harris. Diallo with the ball, and the near side of goal. Dylan Stevenson opened up his body, couldn't guide the effort on target. Turner Cook with the run and cross, just drifted into space on that far side. Stevenson in front of the defender, and as he puts his head in his hands, he may well be feeling like he ought to have scored tonight's opening goal. Big chance for Newcastle after a decent start by Blyth Town, but it remains goalless in the 12th minute. And that's the closest we've come to seeing the opener. Layoff from Parkinson. The ball in behind. Parkinson makes the run. Keeper's come a long way, didn't get there. Parkinson kept Newcastle alive with the ball into the centre, but there's a flag up for offside, which arrived late. Clipped over the top. Great spot by De Bol. Credit to Ben Parkinson for attempting and managing to stay on his feet. Away from the goalkeeper's challenge. Seemed like he did catch him, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway because the assistant's flag on the near side was up. Blyth Town restart with free kick for the offside. In behind from Blyth. Harris has come out of his box. Had to get there. Did well. Now Sayer over the top, just trying to drop it in behind the young Newcastle defender Dylan Charlton. Turner Cook making the run. Stevenson in the middle from Parkinson's ball. Couldn't take it down, couldn't find Diallo with the flick. And Harrison with the foul. Blythe's number 9, Dan Wilson, has lost his boot. Newcastle get play back underway. This is Heffernan. Looking for some movement up ahead. Stevenson's drifting into the centre from the left wing. Thompson plays it forwards. Parkinson. No foul on Turner Cook. Ben Dawson, the Newcastle coach, appeals to the referee as Blyth through Fogarty get away. There's only one up in support. And Stanton did enough to put him off. Now Harris with a proper ping. Just too much behind it for Parkinson. And the space was there because Fogarty, the left back, had gone on the charge up the line. Wilson on his chest. See what he's trying to do with the angled ball. Read by Harris in the Newcastle goal, and Charlton making good progress. Diallo taking on his man, beating his man. And the next one. Diallo hangs it up. And a save from Parkinson's header for Alex Lawrence, the Blyth Town goalkeeper. Got the direction on it, Parkinson, but couldn't really generate the power. Cross going away from goal as well, and Lawrence diving across to make the stop. Fogarty fouled. Zach Kettle, the referee, quick to blow his whistle, but it's Newcastle's Ben Parkinson who has felt the force of that challenge. And fell back to his keeper, and Newcastle get it straight back from Blyth. Hasn't been a bad match so far. A couple of dangerous moments from the Northern League team. Newcastle with 2 or 3 opportunities. The Parkinson header, Stevenson wide of the near post, and Turner Cook with the shot from 30 yards over the top. Harrison gets it back from Turner Cook. It's assertive clearance out for the throw. De Bol. Harrison with the back heel. Stevenson now played through. Alfie Harrison, offside flag up again. Newcastle cutting through Blyth Town with the sharp, crisp passing and good movement. But Harrison didn't quite get the timing of his run correct, in the opinion of the assistant referee. Though looking at that replay, it looked pretty close. Defender in the middle, Ben Fell, number 6. May well have been playing him onside. A couple of short passes there from Newcastle. They do have a throw. Stanton, who has drifted into a more central role. Gets it back from Thompson. Harrison to Stevenson. Now De Bol trying to thread it through. Intercepted. Build from the back again. Almost midway through an opening 45 minutes. No goals. Handful of chances. Parkinson bends his run. And the ball to find him on this near right-hand side with Stevenson in the middle. Turner Cook making a run to the edge of the area. Stanton inside. Turner Cook battling for it. Oh, and getting away. He's done really well. And now it's Dylan Stevenson. Sliding block by the Blyth defender. And then Stevenson wins it back. Didn't just stop and admire the challenge. Ensured Newcastle remain on the attack. Now with Amadou Diallo. Good turn of pace. Amadou Diallo. It's a good save. Low down from Alex Lawrence. That may well have been creeping into the bottom corner. He can certainly shift. Diallo, the former West Ham player. Look at the dip on that shot. Definitely needed saving. He's kept the scores level at 0-0. Stanton with a corner rolled short back to him from Turner Cook, and again Harrison could have it. A touch to set, and then dragged the shot wide of the near side of goal. And they're starting to have quite a bit more of it, Newcastle, in the attacking third, even if that was never going to concern Lawrence in the visitors' goal. That was good feet from Stanton, who seems to be asking the question of the referee, why didn't you allow the advantage to continue? Because Newcastle had clipped the ball over the top. Brought back for a trip. Given away by Parkinson. Azia Konu. Oh, that's played his teammate almost into trouble. Did well in the end. Very well. It was Alex Phil with the spin. Getting it again. Diallo right on his shoulder, following it into the keeper. Diallo to Stevenson, who played at junior football level for Blyth Town before joining Newcastle's academy. Diallo looking for Parkinson. And he took a tumble in the box, didn't connect with the cross. Blyth defenders facing their own goal. It's a lovely little lift into the area. Maybe the presence of Fogarty. He's had a good first half. I'll put Parkinson off. Wilson, he's a big lad, but he got knocked over by Stanton and Turner Cook. What a pass that would have been. Outside of the left boot, lofted into the box. Just didn't have enough bend on it for Stevenson. Thompson back to Harris under pressure. Stanton to Turner Cook, gives them the width on this near side. Diallo likewise on the left wing. What will he do here? We've already seen him run at defenders and take them on. We've seen him get a shot away. And Lucas Cooper judged to have fouled Amadou Diallo. Stanton looked for Turner Cook, but the header's found Parkinson. Stevenson on the 18-yard line, but they go to the left. Harrison and Diallo pursued by Azia Konu. Lucas de Ball for Newcastle. Dylan Charlton. Amadou Diallo again. This is where he had his joy last time. Tried to win a corner. Blyth kept it in and Diallo skins the defender. Amadou Diallo right across the face of goal. Goodness me. That would have been something pretty special. So much skill and ability. He was determined to let it go for a corner, and then, well, he made the defender look silly with that lovely little lift around him. And whether it was a shot or a cross, it went very, very close to the goal, but Newcastle unable to get anyone there to apply a finish. He's out of contract, Amadou Diallo, at the end of the season, which is rapidly approaching, having joined Newcastle last season following a trial after he'd been at West Ham. here are Blyth, who've not had too much of it in the last 5 or 10 minutes or so. And they just give it straight back to Newcastle. It's been a really competitive cup final so far. Blyth with a decent start, but Newcastle with all of the chances. A couple of good saves from Alex Lawrence to keep it at 0-0, but really Ben Dawson's team will feel as though they should be in front, given the number and the quality of some of the opportunities they've created so far. Space for Thompson. More room for him to move into. Taking one in the face there. Stanton with good feet, fast feet, and a foul. And this is a free kick that might well be set up for Jay Turner-Cook, who's immediately grabbed the ball, put it under his arm, and there with purpose, striding towards the referee. It is slightly to the right of centre, so might well be beautifully positioned for his left foot. He's already hit one from further out than this. Narrowly cleared the crossbar. He's got Harrison to the left, Stanton to the right. Surely Jay Turner-Cook is going to have a crack. It's a fairly short run up. And couldn't get it down. Got it up all right. Clear of the wall, but not the dip. Let's see it again. Another opportunity for the Magpies. In the 34th minute, it's still Newcastle 0, Blyth Town 0. The ball finds Harrison. Nobody on the end of that, but it won't go out of play. And Fogarty left it. Parkinson almost made him pay. Took a big risk. The Blyth left back. And they get away with it. Here's the ball back to Thompson. Over it comes to Heffernan. Charlton up to Stevenson. Moving the ball quickly here, Newcastle. Turner-Cook. Lovely play. Stanton. Pull back straight to a defender. Now a tumble from Parkinson. Not only will he not receive what he wanted in terms of a decision for a penalty, it's going to be compounded by a yellow card from referee Zach Kettle after he hit the floor. And no complaints, no protests from Ben Parkinson. He got the other side of the defender, down he went. Brandon Slater, I think, for Blyth. And we saw it here in the Premier League, didn't we? Julio Enciso for Brighton, who on the spin, hit the floor, no contact. He was yellow carded, and then in additional time, Miguel Almiron of Newcastle went down edge of the box, no contact, booked for diving. They get a corner. Parkinson involved there to better effect. And Ellis Stanton makes his way across to deliver the set piece. Blyth have left 2 up on halfway. So Newcastle have got 2 boys hanging back, De Ball and Charlton. Stanton sends it in with a bit of curl, but Blyth head it back out. Now Diallo's delivery. Parkinson backpedaling. Finds Turner Cook. Heffernan stayed in the box. Parkinson rolls it in. And now, this is why Blyth Town left 2 forward players up. Wilson to Slater. And the offside flag brings to a rather premature end that 2-on-2 situation, although Newcastle got plenty of black and white shirts back to protect the goal. Stevenson picking up a deeper position. Now having to get himself forwards. The ball was really dying as it got closer to the box, and Lawrence just got there. Stevenson didn't give it up, but having dropped in deep, wasn't in his central forward position to get on the end of it in the first instance. Another Newcastle break blocked by Blyth. Heffernan covering. Azia Konan with a sliding tackle to keep it in. Wilson couldn't quite find another white shirt. And Cooper now with the illegal challenge on Turner Cook. Harrison looks for Stevenson. He's got it back. Turner Cook. Parkinson slipped it. A really inopportune moment. He's looking at his studs. Stanton with the clip. Stevenson shoulder to shoulder with the defender, and the decision is corner. They thought about going quickly there, Newcastle. They're going to wait. There's the ball. And put behind by Fogarty. Again, Blyth Town keeping 2 attacking players up by the halfway line, though one of them, Brandon Slater, is just jogging back into the middle of the half, slightly out of our picture. They're going to send him into the box, actually. Here he comes. They have another defender. Newcastle have kept 2 back, marking 1 in the centre circle. Turner, Cook, and overcooked too long. 42nd minute, half-time whistle will be here before we know it, and it's 0-0 between Newcastle United's under-21s and Blyth Town, champions of the Northern League Second Division. A brilliant season. It's ended in promotion. Both teams, before they sign off, hoping that there'll be some silverware to show for their efforts tonight. It hasn't been a bad half of football at all, but it could certainly benefit from a goal. Parkinson's got it. Turner, Cook, De Ball wants it inside. We go back to Parkinson. Run by Thompson out of central defence. Harrison's pass finds Parkinson. Went for the 1-2, but the return too close to the keeper. Just broke down there with the final ball from Newcastle. Still got time to get one before half-time. Harrison's pass, it's a big chance, and it's finished beautifully by Ben Parkinson. Gallagher end, back of the net. Parkinson played in and made absolutely no mistake. Took a touch into the penalty area, and what about that? Emphatic finish from Parkinson. And a goal that has been coming duly arrives with just over a minute until the break. Ben Parkinson gets the congratulations, as does Alfie Harrison for the through ball. And it's Newcastle United 1, Blyth Town 0. Finished it so well, Parkinson. I wonder if we can just take another look as Blyth kick off. See the goal again in a second, hopefully. It's the only one we've had so far. Turner, Cook getting back almost into the fullback position just to see it safely to Harris. And here it is, just in the space between the Blyth defence in midfield. Harrison and then Parkinson just shifted into the centre from his position as a right forward. And, well, there's no saving that. Great finish. And it's the goal that's given the Magpies the lead. There will be a minimum of a minute added to the first half. Fourth official Jack Whitfield has just held up the numbers board. It's a cue, as it so often is, for a lot of supporters and the hospitality guests to head inside for half-time. And Newcastle should get there, as Blyth almost win it back in a dangerous area, and with their 1-goal advantage. What about that footwork from Alfie Harrison? Oh, that's fantastic. And he's not done yet. Stanton is going to be brought back for the challenge. But what a run from the middle of his own half, bursting into Blyth territory. Oh, that's some play. Wonderful close control and footwork. And stopped by the challenge. And a yellow card was shown by the referee to the Blyth number 6, Ben Fell. And there's no time to take the free kick. Harrison just still feeling the after effects of that tackle that brought him to the floor. Hopefully he'll be okay. He's had some good moments in the opening 45 here at St James's Park. The final of the Northumberland Senior Cup is going the way of the Magpies. The goal came pretty late. We had to wait for it. It was Ben Parkinson with the finish from Harrison's through ball into the top right corner of the goal. They've had other opportunities. Turner, Cook, Stevenson, Parkinson all involved in chances. But just the one goal separating the two sides as we reach the interval. We'll be back very soon. Don't go anywhere. And we'll bring you coverage live from St James's Park of the second 45. At half-time, Newcastle United 1, Blyth Town 0. Well, hello again from St James's Park. The Northumberland Senior Cup final is going the way of Newcastle United's under-21s with a 1-0 lead over Northern League side Blyth Town. Second half is about to get underway. No changes for either side. We'll have a run through of the two 11s in a sec. Zach Kettle is the referee. Something not quite right with the kick-off. There might have been a couple of Blyth players in the Newcastle half that overload on the far side of the pitch at the east stand. And when the referee is ready, which he is, we can get back underway here on NUFC TV. The goal scored by Ben Parkinson towards the end of the first half. And Newcastle with some good chances prior to that they couldn't convert. But they have their lead through a really good finish from forward Parkinson. Jay Turner-Cook there, caught late by a challenge, and free kick taken from an incorrect position. And Yannick Aziakonu just getting a word from the referee. Heffernan to the ball. Here's goal scorer Parkinson, now Turner-Cook. Bit of room, edge of the penalty area. Looked for Harrison, couldn't quite take it on the turn. Diallo with more lovely play. Harrison back into midfield to De Bol. He's been out on loan, played for Hamilton in Scotland. Another of the out-of-contract players at Newcastle, Lucas De Bol. Here he is, finding Dylan Charlton in behind. Stevenson made the run. And the goalkeeper got his angles, and the timing of his run absolutely bang on. Let's take a look at the Newcastle side. With Aidan Harris in goal, Ellis Stanton, Kieran Thompson, Cathal Heffernan, Dylan Charlton. Although it's more of a three at the back now, with Stanton having started out of position at right back. Lucas De Bol, Jay Turner-Cook, Alfie Harrison, Ben Parkinson on the right, Amadou Diallo on the left, and Dylan Stevenson playing through the centre. The Newcastle bench: Will Brown, the goalkeeper, Jordan Hackett, James Huntley, Kyle Crossley, and Sean Neve. They are the possible replacements for Newcastle coach Ben Dawson. You can just see there at the bottom of our picture in this technical area. And we'll go back through the Blyth team in a moment. This is Harrison for Diallo, on to Stevenson, back to Diallo. Good link-up play in behind. Flag has stayed down. Newcastle have got another big opportunity. And it was Parkinson in the penalty area again. I wondered whether he might just have gone offside as the ball was played. The assistant referee didn't think so. An important piece of defending from Alex Phil. Stanton's corner kick. Stevenson back. Harrison takes a touch. The shot didn't travel far. It's a good block by Evan Fogarty for Blyth. Diallo. He's been causing problems as the match has gone on, increasingly so. Didn't quite get that one right. Second ball will have to be removed before we can resume play. Blyth, Alex Lawrence, the goalkeeper. Nathan Beasley, Evan Fogarty, Ben Sayer, Alex Field, Ben Fell, Brandon Slater, Joseph Gibson, Dan Wilson, Yannick Aziakonu and Lucas Cooper. And they have on the bench Kyle Hayes, Louis Calvert, Max Cowburn, Gavin Dick and Benjamin Shodende. And they're about to make a change. Less than 5 minutes into the second half, and number 14 is Max Cowburn. And he's the player coming on for Lucas Cooper, number 11. A snapshot from Dylan Stevenson. This is the target. Worth a try. They look great when they go in. But not to be on this occasion. Heffernan defending with Wilson making himself awkward, which he's been doing all night. Cowburn away by Thompson for Newcastle. Harrison and Diallo in each other's way. And Charlton got a cry of time and took the option of starting from the goalkeeper. Stevenson for Harrison, just too much on that. Turner Cook with a run into the space. Or Heffernan sends that one go under his foot. Blyth got a big opportunity to equalise through Brandon Slater. And Newcastle goalkeeper Aidan Harris needed to make the save. Misjudged by Heffernan and pushed away by Harris. Both hands behind the ball. It's a throw rather than a corner. Could have been an equaliser. Goal kick is the decision. Last touch off Wilson. And Newcastle, a couple of players missing tonight that you may have been looking forward to seeing in action. Right back Leo Shahar, who was signed from Wolves last year. He's had an impressive first season at Newcastle. He's been given a little bit of time off by the academy ahead of joining up with England's under-17s later this month. Here's a chance for Dylan Stevenson. Just couldn't keep it in. Although the flag has not gone up and United remain on the attack. Stevenson might get the chance here, down in the box, under the challenge. And penalty is Zach Kettle's decision, to the astonishment and fury of Blyth Town players in white and blue. Yellow card is shown, but there are two bodies down in the box, one for Newcastle, one for Blyth. The medical teams have come sprinting on. It's the Blyth player that there is more concern over. Stevenson for Newcastle. This was a bit of a messy piece of play. Thought the ball had initially gone out from Stevenson when he went round the goalkeeper, but they said not. Diallo with the through ball, we can see it again. Lawrence came flying out, and that looked like it had crossed the line. did Blyth seem to stop? Well, they knocked it away from in front of the goal line, and as Stevenson tried to turn it in, it's collided there with Alex Phil, who is still down receiving treatment. Referee had a good position, edge of the box, blew for a penalty, but it's going to be a little bit of time before this can be taken, because Phil is, well, they're just taking care over this. The stretcher isn't ready, but he's back down, having been sitting up. Now he's sitting up again. Ben fell. We can see Dylan Stevenson, Newcastle's number 7, with a tap on his shoulder. Maybe a joke there with the Blyth number 5, Alex Phil, about the ball being out, which on the evidence of our replay it certainly seemed to be. Remains 1-0 to United. Amadou Diallo's got the ball under his arm. There he is, looking pretty relaxed. He seems fairly unflustered. Getting some turf out of his studs, and well, at some point he'll be taking a penalty, but they've done all they can to make sure that Ben Fell is all right. You can see that not moving with full freedom. It seems as though he'll attempt to play on as Amadou Diallo for Newcastle United, and the penalty given for the challenge on Stevenson can increase their lead up against goalkeeper Alex Lawrence. Amadou Diallo bangs it into the back of the net. Plenty of power in that penalty. And in the 57th minute, Diallo makes it Newcastle United 2, Blyth Town 0. That had power and some precision right in the corner. And everything behind it. So calm in the build-up, a long wait, penalty in a cup final. But no nerves, and now Newcastle 2 goals ahead. And close to getting themselves where they want to be, and that's hands on the trophy at full time. There will be quite a bit of additional time though at the end of the match for the stoppage there after the penalty was awarded, though I should remind you that if Blyth come back and this is level at 90 minutes, though, it will be a penalty shootout straight to spot kicks if finishes level. Alfie Harrison. Newcastle look to put this beyond Blyth. Stanton's ball. And the run was made by Turner Cook from midfield, from a deeper position. Newcastle are about to make a change. It's going to be their first of the evening. Wilson took it down well. Some appeals for handball, nothing given. Thompson's clearance. As I've seen the ball go back to Blyth. Cowburn's cross. It's a better clearance this time. And that is it. Newcastle throw. Here's the change. Amadou Diallo is brought off. And Sean Neve is his replacement. Parkinson. Well defended by Fogarty. He's had a pretty good night, the left back. Now Sean Neve, just onto the pitch, 16 years of age, and scoring goals for the under-18s, born in Newcastle. I played junior football in Gateshead and Wallsend. Neve. One that could have an exciting future, and he's on the left side in the position that Diallo has been playing in tonight. Harrison on the ball at the moment. Neve further up the picture. Newcastle go back, and now they find Stevenson. Blyth player down. Joseph Gibson, number 8, just to the left of halfway. They've got 2 down, and this may well have been inevitable. Looks like the Northern League team are starting to tire. Remember, they are not full-time. It's part-time football. The players have day jobs, and up against professionals and the youngsters in Newcastle's academy who do train on a full-time basis. But this later stoppage will be used as a chance to have a drinks break. Most of the players in black and white come across to the touchline. Coach Ben Dawson is there with them. He's calling everybody over. They lead 2-0 after almost 18 minutes of the second half. Amadou Diallo with a penalty to extend the lead, which is given to them by Ben Parkinson with his 7th of the season for the under-21s. And there he is, number 9, Parkinson. Goal in the final couple of minutes of the first half. Probably not the clearance that the Blyth goalkeeper intended. At least reached halfway, though it was flat, and Newcastle just not able to get it forwards quickly. Parkinson out to Charlton. First chance for Neve to get involved. Here's the ball. Turner Cook wants it played forwards. He gets it. It's in between Harrison and Neve. Header up from Charlton. Wilson's done well. What can Blyth make of this? It's a good ball in behind. Thompson holds up his man. Wilson with the shot. Another save for Aidan Harris. He's already made one when Blyth got in behind after a mistake. Had to get down there to deny Dan Wilson. Those are the moments, the opportunities that Blyth need to take. They need them to go in if they are to mount a comeback. They're in the final of the Northumberland Senior Cup, live at St James's Park. Turner Cook. Well, there's two that he could play in. And the flag has stayed down on Stevenson's run. Sees Newcastle get a corner. There's a yellow card for Joseph Gibson. Just on the edge of the box there. Arms in the air, number 8. Presumably for dissent. Because as we saw, the Blyth skipper, he was waving his arms and looked in the direction of the referee. And a yellow card soon emerged from Zach Kettle's pocket. Well, they've packed the 6-yard box. In fact, they're crowded along the goal line. Dropped in by Turner Cook. Oh, and it evaded everybody. Well, there are a couple of appeals for another corner. It's a delicious ball in, a wicked delivery. What a flick from Kieran Thompson, the defender near post. There's a Blyth player just pulled their leg away at the right moment. Turner Cook tried something clever, didn't quite come off. Azia Konu for Blyth. They've got it back. Turner Cook can play in Stevenson, or there's runners through the middle. Referee, rather than let it go, has pulled it back for the foul and a free kick. And to be fair, Turner Cook will probably want to have another go from this kind of range, having put one over the top during the first half and had a shot from this sort of distance from open play go over the bar as well. 68th minute. Their 2-0 lead seems fairly comfortable. And rather than go for goal, Turner Cook played in Harrison. Now it's the ball. Parkinson back to Harrison. Cries of man on. It didn't help him. Stanton taken down. Referee's going to reach into his pocket again. And Brandon Slater is the latest from Blyth Town to have their name taken. Heffernan to Thompson. Parkinson goes back. And forward from the ball to Harrison. For the quick one on the turn to Stevenson. Squeeze on Sayer, but he's found Fogarty. And away it goes. Thompson rises. Another Blyth Town change. Louis Calvert, number 12. Being introduced by their manager Michael Connor. And it's Yannick Aziakonu, a former Newcastle Academy player. You can see he's come from a high standard of football. Played well at times for Blyth. He's disappointed to have been brought off. 20 minutes remaining. Another player Newcastle may have had tonight, but for injury, is the exciting winger Trayvon Sanusi. He signed as a 16-year-old from Birmingham City last summer. He was on the bench in the Championship at the end of the season before last in the Championship, so 2022-23. Player with a lot of talent, but out injured. Claims of handball. Referee's given it, edge of the box. It's not a penalty, it's a free kick. How close is that? Goodness me. Stanton, the Newcastle player there, the blonde hair. Looks like he's hit the top part of his arm. Bicep or tricep. Blyth Town have had 2 efforts saved in the second half. This could be a really big moment in the Northumberland Senior Cup final. The wall's done what it's there to do. 4 black and white bodies in the way. And they'll be disappointed not to get an effort on target, though they can keep this up with a corner. It's a good delivery, and it results in a goal. Blyth Town have one back, and that makes things interesting. Dan Wilson, the centre forward, he's had a good game tonight. Middle of the 6-yard box. Look at that, he's got 2 defenders, possibly 3 around him, 1 either side. Meat in the sandwich, but got his head to the right-footed delivery in swinger. That's a great header, under pressure. And the Northern League team have a goal to cheer at St James's Park in the cup final. Will they be able to get another to bring themselves level, or can Newcastle United restore their 2-goal advantage? 73 minutes, Newcastle United 2, Blyth Town 1. This is not, as I mentioned earlier, their first time at St James's Park as a club. Blyth Town, they won the Minor Cup in 2019, beating Cullercoats 1-0. Adam Johnson, who scored for them that night, is suspended, can't play this evening. And they just put Newcastle under a bit of unwanted pressure. Let's see what they can do from this set piece. Turner Cook. Well, the header was off target, but the whistle had gone pretty much before the ball had cleared the crossbar. I think it was Parkinson for Newcastle. Yeah, clear push in the back of Fogarty. Ball on the turn. Parkinson to Stanton, and again. It's a good challenge from Evan Fogarty. Newcastle look to Alfie Harrison to make something happen. In behind for Neve. Keeper's come well off his line. Sean Neve still got it into the penalty area. And very close to a third goal. Keeper came charging out of his goalposts, and Neve took it inside, then back on the outside. Was it the keeper or was it one of the two defenders? Yeah, it was one of the defenders that got a boot, toe end to the ball to divert it over the top. And the 16-year-old close to making it 3-1. Stanton's corner. Oh, goalkeeper's dropped it onto the roof of the net. Jay Turner-Cook, hands on head. And Blyth get away with one. Ellis Stanton, the latest set-piece delivery. And there's no foul on the goalkeeper. And it was Parkinson and Stevenson helping to set it up for Turner-Cook. We're yet to be given the attendance figure, but I can tell you that among the spectators at St James's Park tonight, Steve Harper, the Newcastle United Academy manager, the respected former goalkeeper, Peter Ramage, who looks after the academy loan transfers, as Parkinson gets into the box. Here's a chance for three, and Stevenson, well, all he had to do was hit the target. Might have been a difficult opportunity when we see it again, as it was played across by Parkinson, who got in behind, free in the box. Just couldn't quite sort his feet out, Stevenson. Perhaps was it slightly behind him as well? He would back himself to score. Remains 2-1. There's a flick by Stevenson, couldn't find Harrison. Yeah, among the other spectators, Joe White, the Newcastle United midfielder, who has been around the academy, but most recently involved in first-team football, on the bench at the weekend against Brighton. Jamie Miley, another academy player. A few of the lads in the under-21s and under-18s who aren't playing are watching. And Terry Mitchell, the assistant manager of Darlington, who pulled off an incredible escape from relegation under former Newcastle player Steve Watson, who's the manager. Mitchell, the assistant, also coached at Newcastle's academy. He is also in the crowd tonight. They get Parkinson away, Stevenson in the middle, Neve at the back post. Great challenge. Evan Fogarty has had some game for Blyth Town. And see there, loses out initially. What a recovery. towards the final 10 minutes. There's plenty going on in the 6-yard box. Too much for referee Zach Kettle's liking. Thompson had to be brave there to win the header. Might have taken a whack. Meanwhile, Ben Dawson is off the Newcastle bench. He's got some instructions, I think, for Ellis Stanton on the far side. He's just walking over the halfway line now. The ball plays it back to Heffernan. Turner Cook, options to the right. Stanton. Layoff from Stevenson. Charlton keeping Newcastle in possession. Now Neve back through for Charlton. Lovely ball. Stevenson was stooping, ready to head towards goal, but that was flicked away by a defender first. Big header from Thompson, and Harrison with the foul on Gibson. Sprung back up. Are we set for an exciting finish? What do you think? Newcastle 2, Blyth Town 1. Brought back into it with Dan Wilson's header from the corner. After Ben Parkinson and Amadou Diallo either side of half-time. Diallo from the penalty spot put Newcastle 2 goals up. It's Heffernan's header. Neve kept the ball in, but couldn't keep himself on the pitch. Charlton to De Ball. There's lots of space and runners through the middle. Turner Cook trying to get on the end of this. Just dropped in behind by De Ball. Well defended. Newcastle almost in for a third. Blyth not quite so accurate with their forward pass as they went up the other end. Harrison for Stevenson. Parkinson makes the run onto the end of Stevenson's through ball. Ben Parkinson forced away from the goalposts. The ball was tripped. And Blyth Town don't like it. Newcastle get the decision. this eats into the time for Blyth to try and get back into it. This situation of cramp. Now the defender's okay. Newcastle can resume play. Neve wanted a free kick, didn't get it. Little nutmeg. It's good from Slater. Stevenson occupying the position wide right, back to Stanton. Stevenson again, Parkinson, tireless running tonight. Here he is. Is he able to take it through towards goal? Push him out back to the right wing. De Bol's on it now. Still Lucas De Bol. And he saw glory. Left-footed shot. In the end, quite a long way off target. Measured and cultured midfielder De Bol. Just a little stumble there as he got ready to get his shot away. Maybe that was why. He couldn't test the goalkeeper. 4 minutes to play. Blyth Town on the attack. Harrison is there. They'll give the ball back to Blyth from Harrison's attempted clearance, and they can keep the pressure on here. Newcastle having to defend with a 1-goal advantage, having been 2-0 up. That's a challenge that's attracted the interest of the referee. And Blyth are committing pretty much everybody to this attack. Goalkeeper is next to the centre circle. It might be a bit too early for him to go forwards. They've left one back. Everybody is defending in a Newcastle shirt. Stanton, that's gone backwards. Heffernan away. And Neve. Can Harrison get there? Well, that's a perfectly timed challenge. Nathan Beasley, Blyth Town number 2. Because as we could see, Newcastle had Harrison ready to break away. They had another player in the middle, Stevenson. Had to get that right. This is Stevenson towards Neve, can't keep it in. Helped on by Cowburn. Slater's ball intercepted. Parkinson, the Magpies player, brought down that. We see another change, possibly a double change from Newcastle. Don't know if they'll get on before the free kick is taken, but they are stripped and ready. Turner, Cook for Harrison. A third goal would surely kill it at this stage. Dylan Stevenson, room for the shot. She's blocked. Back up by Charlton. They've both gone for it and missed it. Then Stevenson's header. Could be a foul by Parkinson, nothing given. Stevenson has it again, back to Parkinson. Should get the numbers board for the additional time. In a tick. No offside against Stevenson. And we wait to find out how much longer we'll play for in added on time. Two Newcastle substitutes wait to come on. It's Kyle Crossley and James Huntley that we are going to see. Parkinson's hurt himself. And Blyth don't have to knock it out, but Newcastle are reduced to 10 on a temporary basis. Looking for an equaliser. Northern League side with a player advantage. Now there's a foul on a Blyth Town player, and the match has been stopped. 7 minutes is how much time has been added to this second half. And the Newcastle changes now. Alfie Harrison, number 10, is the first one to be withdrawn. And Ben Parkinson, unsurprisingly, is the other. Kyle Crossley wearing 15, James Huntley in shirt number 14. Well, the fourth official has signalled the changes to the crowd. And now Parkinson and Harrison make their way off. It's going to be a long way around the pitch from halfway line, east stand for Ben Parkinson, especially with a limp. Harrison takes the shorter route off the field. Double change in additional time. May play on for a bit longer because of what's just happened. Two 2-1 Newcastle lead. There's danger here. Wilson, and onto the roof of the net. Goodness me. As the free kick was floated in. It's a Newcastle header initially. It's a really good try. Not quite a delicate dink. But a chip that has a bit of power in it. Onto the roof of the net as they try to level it up. Beasley with the Blyth ball back in. And look again to Wilson. Giving it absolutely everything. Harris in no hurry. Heavy touch by Stevenson, almost took the referee out. And there's an offside flag against Blyth. That latest attack thwarted. Ben Parkinson's finally made his way around the pitch to the Newcastle bench. Hopefully it's just cramp. Was having his legs stretched before he came off. Still limping. 2 minutes away from the trophy. The Northumberland Senior Cup. Well, that's a slip from Fell. Could have proven costly. Dicey stuff at the back. Calm from De Bol. Neve couldn't keep it. De Bol slips. This might be Blyth's last chance. And it trickles wide from Brandon Slater. Just didn't have enough to beat Aidan Harris, and bent away from goal and went wide of the near post in any case. Could see a little bit more time played. But Newcastle are close. Turner Cook with a foul. The 7 minutes that were displayed on the numbers board have been played. Blyth aren't sending their goalkeeper forwards. It's Stevenson stopping them from taking the free kick. And now retreats. Newcastle's defensive line is about 30 yards from the goal. It's a black and white header away. Now they can break. De Bol got Crossley in the middle. Oh, Fogarty slipped. Here's the chance to make it 3-1. Well, it would have been, but for the offside flag against the substitute Crossley. Newcastle United's under-21s have won the Northumberland Senior Cup. Blyth Town players absolutely dead on their feet. What an effort from them. They almost came back with a goal in the second half after Newcastle scored either side of the break. They just couldn't find an equaliser, and Newcastle very nearly there wrapping it up with a third goal, but denied by an offside flag. It's a season that ends with success and silverware for the academy. They're going to be presented with the trophy on the St James's Park pitch very soon, with the under-18s set for their highest league finish for a decade, and now the under-21s winning the Senior Cup final. It's not a bad end to the season for the Newcastle United Academy. Goal in the first half from Ben Parkinson, and then a penalty converted by Amadou Diallo in the second after Dylan Stevenson was brought down in the 6-yard box. Impressive Dan Wilson Blyth Town striker pulled one back with a good header from a corner. But that was the end of the goal scoring. And so Newcastle United, as the players head across to the East Stand to thank those who've turned up tonight for their support. And very soon receive the Northumberland FA Senior Cup trophy. And quite rightly, Blyth Town players head across to the left side as we look at the East Stand. Friends and family and followers of one of the Northern League's most upwardly mobile clubs, full of pride at what they've seen tonight. And they ran Newcastle close. It was a competitive game at 0-0, and then they almost took it to penalties, having got one back and put the pressure on, and then had one effort which just landed on the roof of the net. We will keep the pictures running. There will be medals for the team of officials. Zach Kettle, the referee, Darren Williams and Joel Tillmouth, the assistants, and Jack Whitfield, the fourth official. Blyth Town will get runners-up medals. Newcastle will be presented with theirs for winning the Northumberland Senior Cup. And then they will be presented with the trophy. Now, we hope you've enjoyed following the match tonight here on NUFC TV. Stay with us for the trophy presentation. A 2-1 victory over Blyth Town means that Newcastle United's under-21s have won the Northumberland Senior Cup.
And once again, Newcastle United and Park this evening, and maybe this is another occasion for players. Once again, officials attendance 1 hour, 8 never